All right, so here is a rough idea of what we're trying to do. So first of all, we have a unique lot condition. We made the mistake of putting the house at slightly an angle contrary to the shape of the lot, and so our house kind of sits diagonally. Therefore, um, if you can imagine, um, our house actually would be right in this area right here. And so we need the building to be very close to the house. As I understand it in Allen County, we have to be behind the house in order to be able to be the closest to the property line. So our property line lies on the right side here. And so um, not quite sure. I think we can get 32 feet in between, uh, working off of the rear of the corner of the house over to allow 5 foot of space on the right side. But as we get further back, the property line kind of cuts at a diagonal this way. So the building the way I have it here, you can see it's staggered, and so that is because of the weird property line. Otherwise, we'd just go straight back. Um, what I want to do is I want a dedicated wood shop, but also a regular 2-car garage. So I want to be able to park a vehicle or two in the front part, use this as more lawnmower storage, working on vehicles, oil changes, whatnot, and um, also just sort of a fun area. Pull the vehicles out. I want to put a basketball hoop up in here so I can play basketball with the kids. And so I need my idea is to have the ceiling uh, all the way up 20 feet in this area here. So then I have a stairway drawn in, and so we'd put a man door somewhere in this opening here to come into the garage, and then be able to go into this main area here or up the steps. So the steps, the idea would be to put a second story in above the wood shop, so I could store wood supplies, rough sawn lumber, whatnot, and possibly, for resale in the future, maybe that would be a good apartment or even like a rec area for the kids. So the criteria, though, is I need at least 10 feet down here on the lower level in the wood shop. 10 feet, ideally maybe even 11 feet. I don't know. I'd rather sacrifice height on the second story versus the first story. And so I don't know. So right now I've got 32 foot wide for the front and the back, going 24 feet deep for the initial garage, and then another 40 feet for the wood shop. Also, kind of think this shape, interior shape right here, maybe turn into a lower level porch. So having this also have a man door to enter into the wood shop portion right here, and that would first bring you into what I've got roughed out here in the dotted lines of a small office. So a little office for me to be able to maybe put an air conditioner in there and be able to do some CAD work and that kind of thing, more computer work for the plans, for more of the woodshop related tasks. And then under the steps, thinking about a sink, maybe even a half bath. Not sure. I know that adds some red tape to the situation, but plumbing here, I do have the way the property was set up was intended for an outbuilding to have some plumbing in it. So we run downhill to a junction into the septic field. So we're already kind of set up for that. Um, so yeah, I kind of would love for nice big overhangs, 1 foot, 2 foot overhangs all the way around the whole building. I'd like it to the rafters to have as tall of a pitch as possible. I don't know if that's practical or not, but the house has pretty nice tall pitch. I'm not sure if it's what actual pitch it is, but aesthetically, I'd like the front of this building to have some nice curb appeal. Um, so the biggest debate is the biggest thing is, do we have space for this? Um, the ground grade, I think, is probably from this corner to this corner, probably at least a 2 foot difference. And so I don't know if that means I need a footer and a knee wall, or whether we can bring in fill and put longer posts in and just pour a slab. Um, so that is the gist of it. 16-foot garage door here. Like I said, man door here, man door here. Window wise, I don't know. Would love a lot of windows here facing the interior of the yard. Would love a couple windows on the back side here to the backyard. Would love a couple windows on the opposite side. Just not sure. That'll probably be one of those things where it'll be more cost driven than anything. I think that's